when I get photos like this, I'll be like, well, you want me to critique this? Do you want like an artistic point of view? Because there aren't any. You can't get an artistic point of view of this. I'm sorry, but now I'm being really blunt. But um, it's just it's a line around her wrist, wrist, yes. Um, and there are dots going down from that line. Why are there dots going down from that line? And there's a feather attached to those dots, and then there are more dots. I just don't understand. I this yeah, and it's is it tattooed in blue or like grayish? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a feather, really, not a leaf. But it's so I don't understand. How do we send you a picture of the tattoo? The tatchat.com. You can send me photos to critique or have digital consultations where I actually draw a cover up for you. Or you can ask me questions if you want me to prepare for a bigger question thing. The tatchat.com. So yeah, this is like I don't understand why people. I mean, do you think this looks good? Is it something that is decorating your body? Ask yourself that question. Is this decorating my body? Is it making my skin and my body look better? Is it a beautiful ornament? Ask yourself that before you get tattooed. When you have the stencil on and the tattoo artist is like, yeah, so should we do this? Are you happy with the placement and the stencil and the size? And you're like, yeah, let's go. I'll trust you, Please just think a little bit. Look in the mirror. Is this going to be beautiful? Can I trust this tattoo artist? Okay. Let's take a look at this one. This is, I must say, again, the same tattoo shading technique. I'm not very fond of that. It's way too simple. The snake's belly, it's so flat shaded. The scales on the skin, the snake skin here, like here you can't even see which direction the snake is, So I don't know. I if you look at the shape of this, the whole, like, I'm loving the size. I'm loving the sort of the thought behind the motive. Snake and roses. Snake and rose together can be really awesome. But it's just very, very poorly done. I'm sorry, but this is not. Let me see here if I can actually show you just an example. This is my coworker, Miriam. She is sort of the snake rose specialist. Just want to show you some examples, like this one. You see that? Not sure if we can even zoom in here. Yes, we can. I would say that is a nice snake with a rose, right? So this is just an example to show you like this is a good tattoo artist. Yeah, well, she is very talented, and all of my coworkers, you should check them out. They are very talented, and I just wanted to show you her right now because she's the typical mandala slash roses slash snake specialist in our shop. Um, so yeah, just to show you that sort of bad versus good. As I said, I really like the concept of having a rose and a snake, but when you've seen what my coworker Miriam can do, and you see this, I'm sorry, it's like it is a big difference, right? I hope you can see that, because sometimes I feel like people can't really see the difference between good and bad, and I don't know. I just, I know you people think, I don't want to use bad words. But yeah, it is a lot of difference between a good and a bad tattoo, especially when, the tattoo is one thing, but then it's the drawing, the artwork. Can the tattoo artist draw? Can they paint? That is so very important. If they can't do that, it's, what's the point? I mean, they are drawing with the tattoo pen or machine. So to know, I mean, you can't tattoo what you can't draw. I'm saying that like all the time. Let's see here. This one. Okay. I would just say, like, I don't know. I don't want to be. There are just so many things with this one that I do not really appreciate. One thing is the sugar skull theme it was a huge trend for a while. And yeah, it's very dark. And it's okay to have a lot of darkness if it has a lot of lightness in it, but it doesn't have that. It's a little bit way too shaded. It has too dark and bold lines everywhere. It's okay to have bold lines on the outside of things maybe, but to put everything in bold lines, even the details inside the flowers, it is a little bit too bold to do that, because then you sort of lose, it gets so heavy in a way. It loses the soft, fresh details. They're not fresh anymore. They're more like heavy. They melt together. You can't see any details in the middle of this flower here because they all just melted together, because the lines are all very bold, and the placement, it's so stiff, like 1, 2, 3 up the on the side of the back there towards the shoulder. It's very like stiff, and I don't know, very looks amateur. Yeah, I feel like it looks amateur myself, actually. This could have been done so much better. I think the idea of, these flowers could have been really nice if they were just done, like drawn nicely, and had better proportions, had better linings, had better shadings. The colors don't work together. No, I think the idea is cool, but sadly, that's it. This is why you do your research. Yes, awesome. You should. Always do the research. Look at the artist. Look at the artist. No, look at the portfolio. You know what I mean. I mean, really study the portfolio and see that you love that style, you love the technique. So it's so important to do that, to really do your research and yeah.
This is the Tat Chat with Electric Linda.